Hey guys, what's up? Back with another video. Today we are back with the pay-per-view reviews. It's been a while since I did one of these, so thought I'd get this underway. Let's get this underway. We got the Royal Rumble 2003 to review today. So let's kick this off, shall we? Speaking of kicking off, we kick off the pay-per-view with Brock Lesnar taking on the Big Show in a Royal Rumble qualifying matchup. Winner gets into the Royal Rumble, loser goes home and has some cake or something, I don't know. Anyway, I think I've just spoiled the winner right there, sorry guys. Anyway, first off, this match is pretty cool. Brock Lesnar and Big Show, this is a rematch from their match at Survivor Series where Big Show took the title from Brock Lesnar after Paul Heyman turned on Brock Lesnar and aligned himself with the Big Show. And then Brock Lesnar cost the Big Show the championship at Armageddon in December. So this is the rematch right here. So Brock Lesnar's only loss in WWE was to the Big Show at this point. So Brock Lesnar looking for a little bit of revenge, as also looking for a spot in that Royal Rumble to get that opportunity to face Kurt Angle for the WWE Championship, potentially at WrestleMania. Anyway, and that's exactly what happened. Pretty decent solid opener. Very simple, and I'll never get sick and tired of seeing Big Show get thrown around the ring. The guy that size getting thrown around like ease from pillar to post by the size of a man like Brock Lesnar is always awesome. Fantastic matchup right here. It was fun. It was fun while it lasted, and it went a little bit longer than their match at Survivor Series in the 2002. But Brock Lesnar gets the win here and advances to the Royal Rumble, getting a little bit of sweet revenge on the Big Show for costing him the WWE, for winning for taking that title off him and taking his manager off him. Anyway, next matchup we have the Dudley Boys taking on Lance Storm and William Regal for the World Tag Team titles, the Raw Tag Team titles, that is. This was pretty solid stuff. I liked the back and forth of Lance Storm and Bubba Ray. Bubba Ray was pretty cool in this match, very shouty as well in this matchup was Bubba Ray. And the result came where the Dudleys went for the 3D. Sean Morley, or Val Venus, whatever you want to fucking call him nowadays, he came out, tried to interfere, but the interference backfired as William Regal tried to get the brass knuckles, walked right into a 3D, you silly wanker, with William Regal. And Devon took the brass knuckles off him and hit Paul Lance Storm in the head with him, like Canadian bacon. Pow! Right in the face. Anyway, so yeah, pretty cool stuff right there, and the Dudleys win their tag team titles. A bittersweet victory for the Dudleys, as they would lose the tag titles the very next night on Monday Night Raw back to Lance Storm and William Regal. So, it is what it is. It kind of puts a little bit of a downer on the match, but it is what it is. It's a pretty decent, it's a very solid performance from the Dudleys. Next matchup, we have the first ever stepdaughter versus stepmother match, as Dawn Marie takes on her stepdaughter, Torrie Wilson. So Dawn Marie versus Torrie Wilson, basically. This was a weird storyline, which involved Torrie Wilson's dad, Al Wilson, who then marries Dawn Marie, then she shags him to death, and now they're fighting because Dawn Marie thinks that Torrie didn't actually love her own father, and she was making it up and all that stuff, and all that bollocks. A lot of drama in this storyline. One of my favourite scenes from this rivalry was their hotel footage from Armageddon 2002, where Dawn Marie and Torrie Wilson had a little action. Let's just say that, a little action in the hotel room. So I'll leave it at that. I'll talk about that another time, maybe when we do the Armageddon 2002 review, whenever that may be, in like 60 years' time. Anyway, this match itself, it was short and sweet. It was there. The in-ring action wasn't that good, but it didn't last long enough to become boring. It was just perfect length for like 4 minutes or whatever it was. It was what it was. The story behind, the actual storyline of Dawn Marie and Torrie Wilson was actually more interesting than their in-ring action. No offense to either woman, but it was all right. Anyway, Torrie Wilson picks up the victory and and mourns about her dad. She gets a little bit of a victory for her dad who got shagged to death by that evil Torrie. Ah, what a way to go, eh? Anyway, next matchup we have the Game of Triple H, the poster boy right here. We have the Game Triple H defending the World Heavyweight Championship against Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner in his pay-per-view in-ring debut with WWE, back with WWE. This was alright. I've heard nothing but bad things about this match for years, so I was kind of a bit iffy going in, but once I watched it, I was like, I didn't see anything wrong with the match. Yes, Scott Steiner did get a bit blown up towards the end of the match. It was a Triple H lengthy match, and but the story of the match made a lot of sense. Like, Scott Steiner was this new threat for Triple H, and Triple H has never fought anyone like Scott Steiner. And Scott Steiner kept throwing him around the ring from pillar to post to the point where Triple H tried to do anything to keep the title. Like, he was trying to get disqualified, he was trying to get counted out. He tried to have the referee stop the match for blood loss at one point because Triple H got busted open. And eventually Triple H did get disqualified, kind of a lame DQ with the sledgehammer shot. But then Scott Steiner immediately just destroyed Triple H even more and laid him out and bloodied him up a little bit more. So, and you can't go wrong with Scott Steiner throwing a man around the ring, which is pretty cool stuff. So I give this match a big thumbs up. Scott Steiner versus Triple H. It did its job. It did exactly what it needed to do. Yeah, Scott Steiner getting blown up. Getting a bit tired out there in a 20-minute match. It was what it was, but it didn't really affect the match for me. It was what it was. Anyway, and this will lead to a rematch the following month in February. No Way Out. Next matchup, we have Chris Benoit trying to take the WWE Championship from the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle. The WWE Championship on the line, of course, as Kurt Angle defends the title against Chris Benoit. I've already said that. Sorry, guys. This was a fantastic matchup, a classic. I heard good, same with the Scott Steiner Triple H match. I heard things about this match, but the opposite of Scott Steiner Triple H. I actually heard this was awesome, and it lived up to what I expected it to be. And there again, it is Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit, for goodness sake. So I wasn't expecting a terrible match. I was expecting a technical masterpiece between these two great athletes, and that's exactly what I got. It was a one-on-one. They took Hassan Benjamin, who were with Kurt Angle at the time. They got sent to the back, so it was a one-on-one match the entire time. And Kurt Angle made Chris Benoit tap out in an awesome, fantastic matchup. And it was the first time that Kurt Angle used the hooked the legs when he was doing the ankle lock. He grapevines the legs. He wrapped his legs around Benoit's leg to make it more impactful. And it was one of the first times he did that, if I'm not mistaken. And Chris Benoit had no choice but to tap out. Very, very awesome matchup. Chris Benoit after the match got a standing ovation after the match, which was pretty well deserved in my opinion. And a lot of respect for these two. Good stuff. Anyway, next matchup as Kurt Angle heads to WrestleMania. And then next matchup, we have the 30-man Royal Rumble matchup itself. This was pretty predictable. It was a good Rumble, a decent Rumble, but it was very predictable considering when... So, in the opening video package of the start of the show, the last two people you see before the pyro goes off is Brock Lesnar and Kurt Angle. The entire video package of Benoit and Angle was all about how Angle didn't want to give Lesnar a title shot. So Lesnar had to go through the big show, then get to the Royal Rumble to win the Royal Rumble to get a title shot at Kurt Angle at WrestleMania. And that's exactly what happened. It was very predictable, but it was very decent at the same time. Also, we had Jericho and Shawn Michaels starting the Rumble, and Chris Jericho kind of had the help from Christian to launch an attack on Shawn Michaels, to bloody Shawn Michaels, to give him a beatdown, to send him packing early, so Shawn Michaels wasn't in the Royal Rumble for that long. And that would set up the Jericho-Michaels program for WrestleMania 19, which I've already reviewed on the channel, so go check that out if you haven't already. Sorry, cheap plug, sorry. Yeah, so anyway, so that set up that one. Anyway, later in the match, Shawn Michaels came in and tried to get a little bit of revenge on Jericho, and then Jericho got eliminated by Test, and all his testicles with cheering on Test as he eliminated that evil Chris Jericho. And then, yeah, that never led to anything. I think it was supposed to lead to Test versus Jericho in No Way Out, but it ended up being a replacement. I think Test got injured, and it ended up being Jeff Hardy versus Chris Jericho at No Way Out. But we'll talk about that one in another time. Yeah, so Jericho had a great performance. He was in there for like about 3/4 of the match. He was in there for before Shawn Michaels stuck his nose in there. That was pretty cool. That set up their WrestleMania program. There was a funny moment. So Undertaker returns at the end. He was number 30. We hadn't seen the Undertaker since the Big Show threw him off the stage after No Mercy in October in 2002. So it was pretty cool to see the Undertaker. Him and Lesnar went at it again, and there was a funny moment where Maven tried to dropkick the Undertaker out the ring just like he did in 2002 at the Royal Rumble in 2002. He tried to do it here, but the Undertaker just bounced off the ropes and kind of just went, boy, you ain't getting me out that time, bitch. And kind of just chokeslammed Maven all the way to hell, and then eliminated Maven. Poor Maven. Always never got the upper hand on the Undertaker, apart from when he drop kicked him over the top rope in the Royal Rumble in 2002. Anyway, it was very predictable. It came down to the Undertaker and Brock Lesnar, and Brock Lesnar got the win after Undertaker got a bit sidetracked by Batista, who tried to come back in to the Royal Rumble after already being eliminated. So a bit of a cheap win, but still a win for Thingy. And Brock Lesnar wins the match, and then goes on WrestleMania to face Kurt Angle for the WWE Championship, which was kind of expected to happen. Not that I'm moaning, it was a good match. So yeah, pretty decent stuff. Decent Rumble, very predictable, but it was a very decent Rumble. Got no jibs with it. I'm glad to be back with these reviews. It's been a while. Try to get my head straight. After it's I don't want to keep bringing it up, but losing my favorite wrestler after 9 years. Losing my favorite wrestler of 9 years. Kind of still hard to process. So hopefully it's getting a bit easier. As I said, hopefully it's getting a bit easier as I'm fumbling my words. Sorry, it's getting a lot easier. But this was a kind of like this is exactly what I needed. I needed to get back to what I wanted. What I like to do is watching and reviewing these. The thing that I love since I was 5 years old. So. Anyway, that's going to be it now, guys. I gave this pay-per-view a 9 out of 10. I was just very happy with this event. I know a lot of people are probably going to shit on the Triple H Scott Steiner match, but I thought it was fine. Exactly as this explained earlier. I thought the match went exactly how it should have been. The crowd turned on Scott Steiner, but that was another thing entirely. Maybe it was just a different crowd, because I was thinking during the match with Steiner and Triple H, I was like, the crowd is booing Steiner for doing a lot of suplexes, like, well, God help them when they watch Brock Lesnar in the later years, you know what I mean? But it's a different crowd anyway. Anyway, that's going to be it now, guys. Tell me what you think in the comments. Leave me a like if I deserve it, and take care. Much love, and take care, and I'll see you guys next time. And I'm out.